Okay, we're on Baba Kama Perik Yud Mishnah Daled, fourth Mishnah in the 10th chapter of Masechet Baba Kama. So Mishnah says the following: what if a person sacrifices his own property in order to save somebody else's property? Can he bill the guy for his sacrifice? Says the Mishnah: Zeba bechavito shel yain, v'zeba bekadosh shel dvash. This guy's carrying his chavit, his barrel of wine, and the other guy's coming with his kad, with his jug of honey. And honey is obviously more valuable than wine. Wine was valuable, but honey was extremely valuable. Like today, a bottle of wine costs whatever. It depends if it's really fine wine. But regular wine, 20 shekel, the same quantity of honey would be much, much more money. 100 shekel, 200 shekel. Nistika chavit shel dvash. By the way, just notice, before it was a kad of dvash, now it's a chavit shel dvash. We've had other mishnayot that interchange between kad and chavit, but it's just worth noting. So now it becomes cracked, sedek. The word sedek means it's cracked. The chavit becomes cracked. So the guy's like, oh my God, my honey, my expensive honey, it's all going to go to waste. V'shafach ze et yeino, v'hitzil et hadvash letochon. The guy is like, I got it. He pours out the wine, and he saves the honey. So he's like, okay, fine. Then he goes to the guy and says, here's your honey, but maybe can you pay? I'd like you to pay me for the wine. Ein lo ela scharo. Nope, doesn't get it. He only gets ein lo ela. He only gets scharo, the tircha, the money for hire of working for him. He can say I worked for you, but he can't say that you get the money for spilling out your wine. Schar kli u'schar pe'ula. You're renting my jug, and you're also hired. So all you can say is like, I'll pay you for your time. I'll pay you to rent the jug, but more than that, I'm not going to pay you. But v'im amar, and if he said atzil et shelcha, the guy said, listen, I got a jug here. I'll spill out my stuff if you pay. Then the guy says, yeah. Chayav. It means to be an idiot not to, but chayav liteno. Then he has to pay because he agreed to pay for the guy who was going to spill out his wine. Next case, similar case. Shataf nahar chamor v'chamor chaviro. Okay, our donkeys are sitting by the edge of the wadi, and along comes a tidal wave, terrible, and sweeps away our donkeys. My donkeys worth 100. I go to save it. I can grab it. I can save it, or I can save my friends. Mine is worth 100. My friend is 200. I left mine and saved my friends. Similarly, there's no prior agreement. The guy's like, I don't know why you did that, but I'll pay you for your time, your effort. I'm not going to pay you for your donkey. But if he said, I'll save yours. I'll save yours, but you have to pay me for my donkey. I'll save your expensive donkey. Then he has to pay him. So the Gemara talks about why mention both cases. Why Reisha and Seva? Meaning we have a case of chavit, we have the wine and the honey, and we have the case of the donkeys. And in both cases, you only pay if you agree beforehand. So the Mishnah says you have to have trei bab. You have to learn both cases in the Mishnah, both gates. Because if you learn the Reisha, right? In the case of the wine, he's actually pouring out the wine. So if the guy agrees, okay, if the guy, that's why he has to pay. But maybe he'll say in the donkey case, the guy will say, listen, I know you let your donkey die, but you didn't do anything. The river was going to take it away. Meaning, if we only learn the first case, maybe in the second case, even if the guy explicitly said, I'll pay you, he doesn't have to because the river did the work. What if you only learn the seifa? What if you only learn the donkey case? Maybe you said in the seifa, yes, if the guy didn't say anything, then he wouldn't get paid because the river takes it away. But maybe if there's no agreement, but the guy if we only learn the second case, maybe we would say though, but in the first case, where the guy actually spilled out the wine, maybe we would say afilu bistama without stam means stam without any stipulation or previous agreement. Maybe you'd have to say he'd have to pay tzricha. Therefore, you have to say that the Mishnah had to say both cases. Kahati points out, according to the Gemara, interesting case. The Kahati says it's only talking about a case where there's a crack and it's dripping the honey. Why? Because if it fell apart and it's all falling on the floor, that's called hefker. And then he doesn't have to save your honey. It's hefker honey. He could take the honey for himself. He could pour out the wine, take the honey and sell it, and make a profit. We'll stop here and dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Harav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a great day.